You guys, we seriously need to talk about Brooke Scoffield, because what just happened on the Vile Files? Oh my god, Brooke didn't hold back. She opened up about canceled ending, how she never wanted it to end, what really went down with Tana, and even her fiancé. Yeah, she talked about everything, from her friendship status with Tana, to the drama about her fiancé, to whether the show was killed because the girls couldn't stand each other. Brooke spilled it all. Now here's where it gets messy. The interview felt like it was designed just to dig out the truth. Like, were the girls actually friends? Or did they secretly hate each other the whole time? That's the tea everyone wanted. People have always said Brooke didn't want canceled to end, and she pretty much confirmed it. She said if it were up to her, the show wouldn't have ended. At least not for good. She just wanted a break, not a full stop. But looks like the internet was right, because Tana, she was ready to move on. Brooke explained that during canceled, fans kept guessing that she and Tana weren't really close, and turns out they weren't wrong.
Well, the first time we ended it, it was an accident. We didn't mean to end it, but yeah, I think you're right. Tana and I both have completely different reasons for wanting to end the podcast, I think. I can't speak for her, but if it were up to me and me alone, it wouldn't have ended. I probably would have just stuck it out just because, I mean, it's so important to my life, especially like financially, like I needed it there. Like for her, it ended because she was, you know, in my opinion, like being dragged into a lot of controversy because of me, obviously. And I was just like not doing well mentally. I was really, really struggling. And I felt like every single week I was putting myself in a position to be perceived at like as a version of myself that I was not proud of and not excited.
She admitted that, yeah, the fans were right half the time. But now that the podcast is done, things are finally better. No working together, no pressure, just friends again.
From your standpoint, it was more like you would have preferred not to use Bravo term, a put on pause, if you will.
Yes, absolutely.
Like maybe just like a timeout. But as that stands today, Tana was more or less like maybe we should just end it type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have loved to take a second, especially like when things were really happening for me online, like, you know, with everything that went on, especially last year. I would have loved to take like, you know, a few months off and like take a beat and have time to like process that. But we didn't have the option because we had like, you know, this really like set in stone contract.
And then Nick and Natalie brought up the question everyone had. Why didn't Tana go to Brooke's engagement party? Fans went crazy over it. Brooke said Tana missed it because of construction delays, totally out of her control. And even though the internet ran wild with it, Tana later posted a sweet message congratulating Brooke and Miles, saying she was posting like I was there and calling them my parents for real. Brooke laughed and reposted it.
So I think during canceled, like while canceled was going on, there was speculation that like, oh my god, these girls hate each other. And like I'd say 40 to 50% of the time it was true. Mm-hmm. Like we did not get along. We butt heads about everything. Like it's really hard to have a business with your friends, and like especially when you don't see eye to eye almost ever. But I think somewhere along the way, especially toward the end when we could see like what felt like the light at the end of the tunnel, it became more of like a us against them versus like us against each other. But I don't know. I feel like now I feel so much better about our relationship. We feel so much better about it. We're happy and we are back to being friends because we struggled.
On the Vile Files, Brooke confirmed Tana told her everything and there's no drama there. Then came the part where Brooke talked about why they ended Tolredi, canceled for real. She said both of them were tired of being messy. They didn't want to drag people anymore. But here's the twist. Fans actually liked the show when it was messy. When they started playing it safe, the magic disappeared. That was one of the reasons the show died. Not the only reason, but definitely part of it. And when asked if canceled is ever coming back, Brooke said no. Tana might have hinted maybe, but Brooke was clear.
She did tell me. She was in Hawaii and she just bought a place in Hawaii and it was like under construction. And so she had to be there to oversee that. And I understand, like that was sense. Like, yeah, it was a valid, it's an engagement party. So it was like,
not the wedding.
Yeah, it's not the wedding. Events. It's not the wedding. I'd be like, of course I was.
also had friends miss my wedding.
Yeah.
It's also okay. Yeah.
And in the moment, I'm somebody who like, I'm really sensitive about those things, like birthdays, like anything. I have like trauma about feeling like people don't show up for me. So those things usually really upset me. But she was very like, she really communicated and she was really good about it. So didn't bother me.
It's done, forever. Then came the jaw-dropping part. They brought up her fiancé, Miles. Brooke has been defending this man endlessly, and once again, she faced the rumors head-on. The internet accused him of dating an underage girl, but Brooke said the whole thing was fake. She even spoke to the girl herself, and the girl confirmed nothing bad happened. Brooke admitted the photos look bad and that it's painful seeing people post them in her TikTok comments. She can't block the pictures, so she just has to deal with it. Still, she's standing by her man.
I have to experience something firsthand before I can empathize with somebody else.
I think that's normal.
Yeah,
honestly.
so it wasn't until like that started really happening to me where people like I open up my YouTube and I see my face in every thumbnail and like it's about something completely untrue and I have no control over it and I'm like, I have been doing that to people, and we have made this whole huge show based on that alone.
Yeah.
And so I think that had a lot to do with why we wanted to end it too, because we, everyone was a fan of the show for that reason. And when we couldn't or didn't want to do that anymore, it's either too boring or they change.
She said that girl is actually happy for her and Miles, and that she and Miles are still strong and engaged. Total chaos, right? But wait, it gets messier. The comments under the interview were brutal. Viewers dragged Nick for not knowing Brooke personally.
Well, we'll ask one last time for the fans listening. Is canceled actually over?
I think canceled is over. Yes.
Okay.
Maybe we talk sometimes about doing like one live show a year, because the live shows were so like amazing and fulfilling and special. And so maybe we would end up doing something like that. But the show itself, at least in my head, I think it's over.
Saying it felt like he and Natalie just Googled her drama before the interview. The whole thing looked like an attempt to make her defend herself against rumors, even though they claimed they don't talk about rumors on their show. And here's the crazy twist. Nick apparently forgot he had drama with Tana himself. Remember that? When Tana mocked JoJo Siwa in a TikTok, JoJo clapped back on Nick's podcast. She told Nick that James Charles had asked to use her new song, Karma.
The story, like the instant that I announced my relationship, it was like originally people were pulling up photos of him and Sophia Richie because that was his best friend's little sister.
Okay.
It started as a conversation about him dating underage Sophia Richie because there's like these photos of them together, but these are all people who grew up in LA together.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that didn't stick, it became a story of a different girl, one of her best friends. It just snowballed. There was one video about it. It was made on my birthday that was, Brooke Scofield's fiancé he dated an underage girl. She's 16 and he's almost 30, which just wasn't true. But again, it just, everyone accepts it immediately as truth. I was way more sensitive about it because it wasn't just about me, it was about him. I take that seriously. Like, I would never want to be with somebody who dated somebody who's underage ever. I'm sorry. Like, a lot of people don't think I'm like the most morally correct person, but like, I simply would never do that. So I took it completely as seriously as everybody else when it was like first presented to me. And I spoke to her immediately, and she was like so confused by the situation. She's like, what is this? What is going on? Most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. She's like, I'm hopeful that it'll just blow over. But I knew, of course, if it's about me, it's not going to blow over. And it's just frustrating. But you can see, like, it's frustrating because all day long, it's like, Brooke, you're ignoring the allegations. And it's like, there's no allegations. She herself is saying this never happened.
But Tana didn't ask permission before joking about it. JoJo even texted Tana and only got a ha-ha back.
So it's like just thousands of the photo all day, every day. And it's like, I think the photo looks bad. Of course, like, I don't want it all over my page. I don't want everybody who opens my comments to see the photo 1,000 times. But also, like you're saying, now I have to consume every single one. It's bad. I just, you know what?
And Nick went off about it on his show, calling Tana's post mean-spirited.
We have this rule at the Vial Files that, like, we don't platform rumors. Like, if there's something that some blog account or some TikToker is talking about from Reddit or something, like, it's not a topic that we're going to talk about, because it's like we're not giving oxygen to just somebody who, like, decided to make up something.
Now here's the kicker. During this new interview with Brooke, Nick didn't even remember why he and Tana had beef, yet they recently invited Tana onto the Vial Files, and Tana told Brooke she was nervous.
I was a bad girl. I'm doing bad things. You think she's ever taken like a perk 30 and like cussed somebody out?
Obviously because of that old drama. So yeah, the entire episode was a whirlwind. Brooke spilled everything.
I have been not friends with her, but we have been close, like homies. I did her podcast and it was like, we were talking about having like a fun night, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So for her to go do all that, she was mocking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I actually texted her. I just sent her own video and I said LOL. And she just responded, ha 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 ha. But I was like,
You just said LOL?
I think that's what I said. Let me see.
You didn't say what the fuck, biatch?
I think it's just JoJo being like,
Give me my
I saw this. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it's
No, I hear
clocked, bitch.
I said.
But her being ha 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 ha.
I said
ha.
first question no, second question yes. Ha ha ha. She responded ha 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 ha. But the thing is
Fuck Tana Mongeau.
I saw Tana tomorrow. Like, Tana, like, JoJo, what's up?
Yeah.
But then to do that, I'm like, wait.
It's just to get the views.
That's why I appreciate that James reached out, being like, hey, do you care if I?
And you, but you don't. Why did you?
Well, for me, I mean, look, that's
If you
it's a view of my
had
song.
it, I mean, it does promote your song. James Charles does have a massive
following.
following. Often, your former co-host Tana, like, obviously.
Yeah, I know you guys had some.
Do we though? I don't.
She doesn't know either, but
I know, I feel like
Justin was prepping for this interview. He listened to your final episode and he was like, your name got brought up.
yeah, she always talks about it because she's like, when you like have something with somebody and then like enough time passes
I've never
where you're
met
like,
her.
I know, but remember, it
With
was
the
something that was,
JoJo?
yes,
It was the
JoJo.
JoJo.
We struggled to remember
Oh,
too,
yeah.
but then once we did, I was like, yeah, you were kind of rude about them.
Yeah.
Well, JoJo's my girl, and I'm just defensive of my friend.
The truth behind Canceled, where she stands with Tana, defending her fiance, and the unresolved tension between Nick and Tana. What do you think really happened here? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this whole thing, it's wild. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.